Hello my YouTube family, Disciple here for New Gaming. I have 6 Dark Souls PvP matches here for you guys, but this is going to be another Sunday sit-down. I'm going to talk a bit about myself this episode, and Sunday sit-down is just where usually I have a personal or important topic, just something that's not related to Dark Souls PvP really. And it's a way to get closer with my subscribers, if they so like it that way. And this is a series I'm going to have going for quite a while, probably as long as I'm doing YouTube, which is probably going to be a long time as well. But it's just a way to get to know me sometimes more and me to share a little bit of my thoughts with you occasionally. So yeah, today's Sunday sit down again is going to be about me. I had previously done an episode, who's behind the channel. This is pretty much just a continuation of that. Part 2, really. But there were a few things I didn't really discuss in the last episode that I kind of wanted to mention and share with you guys. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the PvP in the background while I get started on this commentary that's again off topic. And if you're new to my channel, you may consider subscribing to the show playlist if you like this and you'd like to get to know me on a more personal level, or you really just enjoy the commentary. These are more more serious commentaries, and sometimes a bit longer, sometimes shorter. So without further ado, let's get started. So my first vid on this, again, like I mentioned, talked about how I got started, why I do YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So I'll put a link to that if you guys want to go back and check that out. You might want to see all the information before you watch this one, or you could watch that one after. It doesn't really matter, the order's not important. So, just about me, I've been playing video games that's pretty much as long as I can remember. I never had a really excellent life. My parents weren't rich or anything. There were a few troubles I had while growing up. And, I mean, I'm not going to say my life was the worst, definitely not. I'm a very happy person, and I really feel like I have been blessed, but, they've been kind of been my escape. I really haven't had too excellent a life again, but not very bad life either. I'm not going to say that and upplay my suffering or anything, because there wasn't very much. Just nothing too great. So they've been my escape since as long as I honestly can remember. Probably as long as I've been able to play video games, I've been playing, and probably before that I was watching, because my 2 older brothers used to be more avid gamers than they are now. But I watched stuff like not Final Fantasy, but Silent Hill and Resident Evil when I was young. So that's kind of how I got all that started. I've always loved video games for as long as I can remember as well. Actually, next year I'm going to be going to RIT, or actually this year, sorry. In August, I'm going to be attending RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology in New York, for game design. So, but that's really my backup plan, but it is one of the best game design programs in the country, and I have been accepted. So that's where I'm going to be going this August, and I'm not sure how that'll affect my YouTube. YouTube is going to be kind of my full-time job while I'm in college. So, well, not really full-time, but it's going to be my job, pretty much the only one I'll have. So I'm hoping I should have enough time to do that. There may be some days when exams are coming up and stuff, where I won't have a lot of time to record or edit, render, all that stuff. But I think as far as it's mostly concerned, how fast the internet is and stuff up there, like 80 MBs, megabytes per second upload. I think that may actually help me in some manners, or some ways. I don't know why I'm talking in an odd fashion, but yeah, I'm going to RT for game design. But again, that's just my backup plan. Yeah, I'm gonna go to college for 4 years for my backup plan. It's gonna, I don't know what's more silly, that or my main plan wanting to be YouTube full time. That's what I really want to do. That's what I really love. And that's kind of my dream. I'm a dreamer too, but that's what I really want to do, is do YouTube full time and spend as much time as I can with you guys and with my channel, because it's something I enjoy more than anything else. And if this was technically my job, I'd never felt like I work a day in my life. And I know a lot of people can relate to that, because this probably really isn't your typical job, but it's something I really enjoy, and it's something that could potentially become viable. So I'm going to stick with that for now, and my backup plan will be 4 years in college for game design. A bit silly, but I'll have a decent backup and an education with it. What's really important to me too is my faith, and I talk about this occasionally in Sunday sit-downs. So I typically warn people at the beginning, because I know a lot of people don't like it when you throw your faith out there, and I don't know why. I mean, there are people that are atheists, and I understand that they don't believe anything and they don't really care to hear about it, but I don't understand honestly why it would offend anybody who is atheist. If they don't believe anything, I don't understand why me sharing my faith or anything like that would offend them. But I've actually talked to some of my friends and some of my subscribers that are atheists, and they just said it's not really the atheism that's the problem, it's ignorance, and that kind of makes sense too. But it is important to me, probably the most important thing to me. That's just how at my core it is. It's just the thing that defines me more than anything else, really. And that's why I'll occasionally share it with you here. I'd like to, just with how much, and again, back to my life and how not excellent it was and how much trouble that sometimes I've had. And again, I'm not going to upplay it or anything, but it was not great by any means. But that, video games were an escape, but my faith was really what helped me get through it. And I mean, there were some times I felt trapped, but I never really was. And in my mind, at least, with my faith, what I believe, you know, how much it's helped me is real. So that's really why I want to share it with you guys. And I know some people are opposed to it and some people don't believe in it, and I understand. All opinions are welcome on my channel. If you're an atheist, I don't hate you or anything like that. I love everybody equally. And if you don't want to hear about it, then that's why I typically warn you. But this time I'm not really preaching or anything like that. But most people refer to it as anyway. I'm not really doing that, so I don't really feel the need to warn you. And I don't warn people because I'm so radical or my views are crazy or religion's bad or I don't know. I don't warn people because of that. Just because I don't feel like it's something you should have to sneak in. It's something that if it's true to you, then you should proclaim it and not really hide it or anything. So that's what I do, and I hope that people that dislike it don't mind too much, and if they do, then I just hope that they don't watch. And I really, a lot of times when I'm talking about Sunday Sit Down, I prefer people to be open-minded, and sometimes I'll ask them before the episode starts. That's something I do occasionally, but yeah, the only reason I want to share my faith again is because of how much it's helped me through. And you may be atheist and say God's not real, but my belief, it is very real, and I believe personally that what I know is real, but what you can never deny psychologically, like if there was, I don't know, some kind of test done on me while I was going through all that stuff, my belief was very real, and how it helped me was definitely real and tangible, kind of in a way. But yeah, I talked longer on that than I really planned, but that is something very important to me, so I am sharing that with you guys. Last part is my address is, I know some people were getting panned out, getting ready to write down my address, but yeah, that's it. If you guys want to stay connected with me, links to all that stuff is on my channel. Love you guys, Yosh, damn it, God bless. The cursed variant, and I think this one is a lot more viable than my previous build because this sword actually, it only does physical damage, and I can get the physical damage this sword can deal with this build almost equal to both the magic and physical damage combined on the regular build. So I will be posting the stats down below, or so a link to them, just so you guys don't have to watch them if you don't want to at the beginning or wait for them at